Hey, I see thing on the stream. I take that means I'm possibly live. Is that the case? Because I am not on the voice chat channel in Discord. Partially because my setup is quite jank. Discord. Because my setup
Excellent,
is
we are live.
quite jank.
Hello, everybody.
Discord. This is Tunnel Rats.
Because my setup
Excellent,
is
we are live.
quite jank.
Hello,
It's an
everybody.
experience.
I won't be. I'll try not to talk too much over the main character or any other voice lines there may be, because any other
He is very much
voice lines
character.
there may be. But let's get started. Time starts when I
He is very much
select lines
character
there may be.
here.
So
But three.
let's get started. Time starts when I
He is very much
select lines
character
there may be.
here.
So
But three.
let's get started. Time starts when I
He is very much
select lines there
character.
may be. And you'll see the first warning sign right during the intro cutscene. And I'm saying, hold on, there's double audio. How is that happening? And it's on the restreamer's end. Alright, we're good. And the game hasn't started yet, so we'll keep going.
Back home, I used to hate weed. Thought it was just hippie shit. And I would have never dreamed of going to a hooker. Just 1 week in country, and the good old USA and Julianne seemed like a dream. Maybe it's that Cambodian gold shit I smoked, or whatever Drake called it. That stuff's evil, man. I ain't doing that again. No, man. This is the dream, right here. That's how to play it. That's how to survive and rotate back to the real world. That hooker wasn't real. This mission ain't real. There's no jungle, no captured GIs, no leech-infested mud with VC above and below.
Hey Brooks, you got all quiet on us. This your first tour, right?
Or maybe you're just missing that hooker you got all cozy with on R&R last night.
Shut your hole, Ford. I wasn't cozy, just high. And I'm regretting it now, alright? All across the board.
All across the board, huh? Oh yeah, you tunnel boys like to get real deep, right? Like deep down in your own dark tunnel of the soul.
Yeah, man. My head's about to bust. I'm a dirty bastard for cheating on my girl back home. And I got the Saigon shits.
Don't sweat it. These guys we're supposed to rescue? Their CO Halliburton is a real hard ass. Shit, he called it an airstrike on his own position when Charlie overran their camp. Hell, the war will probably be over by the time we even land.
Shit, what was that?
You'll get hit.
Hold on, you're not shit.
And so begins Uwe Boll's Tunnel Rats.
Just smell. Shit your pants?
And I instantly got lost.
Firing post. There has to be a tunnel system nearby. I should take my fellow soldiers' dog tags with me. Ugh. Sorry, dude. I'm gonna need that. Tripwire trap. I've seen Drake disarm one of these once. I hope it's easier than it looks. The hell happened? A tunnel entrance. It's pitch black down here. Gotta let my eyes adjust to the darkness. Careful now. Dead? They're all dead. Did everyone kill everyone else? Where did they all go? Oh, thank God. Flashlight. Gotta be careful, though. or else Charlie's gonna see me coming long before I turn around the corner.
Alright, and finally the main character is done talking with all his delayed lines, and we are somewhere out of bounds. That's gonna be the first 5 levels of this game, basically. Fairly simple if you know where you're going, which is somewhat difficult, but luckily you have these convenient markers all over the place telling you what's the right direction, or at least something that you can use as a landmark. Let's make it, and then we just hop into an invisible tunnel and stab an invisible enemy. There we go, and that's the first level done. Alright, but before I can really talk about what the hell this game is, we gotta talk about the character who made this happen, Uwe Boll, who, if you don't know, is a movie director best known for great video game movies such as Alone in the Dark and House of the Dead and Far Cry. And just about all of his movies suck and are made with a loss, but he was able to keep making them, and I think he still does, because of a loophole in the German tax code, which allows him to just write off any loss as a tax write-off. But anyway, at some point he decided that he wants to make movies that are not based on video games, and he made 1968 Tunnel Rats in 2008. And some reason made him think that it would be a great idea to make a video game based on his movie, Turn the Tables. So he contacted... Hold on, let me just go out of bounds here for a second again. Or technically in bounds, I suppose, in this case.
Blackwood, this is Alpha AVN. Come in, Blackwood. Alpha, this is Blackwood.
There we go. Yeah, he decided that it would be a fantastic idea to hire someone to make a video game based on his movie. So he got in touch with Replay Studios, who were also making Velvet Assassin at the time. And a year after the movie... Oh,
It's for what we did in Saigon. That's why Ford is dead.
that's great.
It was his idea. He told me it was nothing. It was what everyone did. I'll help you.
But yeah, Replay Studios was making Velvet Assassin at the time, and a year after the movie,
Probably should have been here by
within
now.
1 month of each other, Replay Studios had 2 games released, Velvet Assassin and Tunnel Rats. And while Velvet Assassin may not be great either, it still has more than double the Metacritic score compared to Tunnel Rats, which is probably not a huge accomplishment considering Tunnel Rats has 30 on Metacritic. Also, it probably isn't a surprise to anyone that Replay Studios went defunct 3 months after those 2 games came out. And this game's Xbox version also never got released, even though there are Xbox programmers listed in the credits. Yes, we are now 3 levels in. So far we still don't have a gun. We're finally gonna get one. It's very important because in the later
Can't be
levels
far now. Keep heading east.
you really need to have some sort of weapon. Thank you.
They fight like demons, these Viet Cong. They hate us for being here. Maybe there's some truth in what Julianne said in her letter. Maybe it is all wrong. We shouldn't be here. To hell with the man. I'm just a grunt fighting a war. What do I know?
Also, it might seem easy to go out of bounds in this game. Just jump against a wall or anything. But the reality is that there are very few bushes that you can jump up. And some colossal idiot, me, had to go through every single bush in the game and whack his head into all of them to find out which ones can be climbed. Just so he could speedrun this masterpiece. we go. And I believe now we have a cutscene where we see the main villain of the game. Well, I gotta assume he's the villain because we see this guy in like 4 cutscenes. He never says anything, but he walks towards the camera menacingly, and then it cuts. I don't know where this cutscene takes place in. There we go. Was very exciting. Alright, this is the final map, which is all out of bounds. In the next one we actually start inside a tunnel, which is the main thing in the game. We're fighting Viet Cong in their own tunnel systems.
What do I
Sometimes.
keep hesitating? I can't change my mind all the time. I'll keep going east towards the base.
I believe that's a mortar strike right there. Though it's a bit difficult to tell, if I'm honest. Also, there's a great spike trap. Traps are in a very big role in this game. You have to disarm a whole lot of them if you ever go into a tunnel. And most of them are insta-kill, which is fantastic, since they are often actually really well hidden and you will walk into them if you play casually, which I would not recommend. Mostly because you probably can't. So far I've discovered 3 PCs in all of existence that can run this game at all. And fortunately my laptop is one of them, which is, you probably see a whole lot of screen tearing because I'm having to use hardware capture, as my laptop couldn't handle streaming this. And my main PC can't handle running this at all. Well, let's see if grenades work. Oh, they do. That's actually somewhat surprising. About half the time when you throw a grenade, nothing happens. It either never flies anywhere or it just doesn't explode. It's a bit of a coin flip whether it works, and even if it does work, you're probably better off not trying to kill anyone with it. Alright. Abandon all hope. Which means that we're in a tunnel, and we cannot go out of bounds in a tunnel. Very sad. So we'll actually have to play the game. And you'll finally see these traps.
The other squad all fucking day.
Stepping into that is an instant kill.
Maybe it's just
That one
voices in
wasn't
my
well
head.
hidden, but there are much
breathe like
more
that.
dangerous traps coming up later.
Seen their bird. They called in the airstrike.
That was
There,
already
and
much
now
better
it comes
hidden,
up
but
to them.
still not one of the
Just
more
gotta keep
dangerous
it
one.
together. Keep it together. That was
Ow.
close.
That one was pretty well hidden. Oh. Went the wrong way. I do have to refer to my notes quite a bit here.
Answer me, God. Did the others pray to get home safe too? Did you turn a cold shoulder on them when they begged for your help with their faces turned into grimaces of pain? Or do you just not give a shit? You're just like the old man. I'm supposed to be grateful because you put me on this earth, and I do everything to please you. But you treat me like shit when I really need you. I can do without that. I can do without you.
Alright, thank you for not blocking my vision for any longer, game. Makes this a lot easier.
Everyone I meet is dead. If I get out and meet another living person,
Ah.
I'm gonna be free.
Oh my god. I can't aim. There we go. Whew, that was a bit sketchy. Also, you may not have seen it, but I just stabbed a snake in the tunnel during that cutscene thing. That was a fantastic moment where the designers decided that they would have 3 traps right after one another, and then throw that flashback shit at you so you can't see the traps. Alright, I actually had to kill those guys, not because they could kill me, but because the frame rate is too low for the skip if they are alive. There we go. That's a really precise jump, and the game will eat your inputs if you don't have high enough frame rate. And getting high frame rate in this game requires planetary alignment and very few enemies.
How do you like this, Pops? Look at all the blood on my hands. You like that? You bloodthirsty old bastard, I bet you like that!
And a classic trap right at the end of the level. And once again, the main bad guy just shows up somewhere else and says nothing. Alright, next level is the one level in the game that I wish I could skip completely, because it's all inside a tunnel and you cannot go out of bounds, and it's actually really difficult, and I will have to read my notes a lot of the time, so if I don't say anything, assume I'm reading my notes, which are high quality. They are basically spikes, left, left, rooms. Let's see, spikes, left.
We found a tunnel entrance. We'll clear it out so we don't get ambushed at the LZ. Need some additional...
Left. And rooms. And now there's a grenade. Yes. And now you'll probably see a snake. I don't know what the Viet Cong were thinking with this trap design, but it's effective. Walking into the snake is a one-hit kill. Makes you wonder how the Viet Cong just didn't instantly lose the war by being in their own tunnels.
Goddamn motherfucking cocksucking slant-eyed trap-setting gooks.
Yeah, like I said, the main character is very much a character. His personality changes like every 3 seconds. You don't actually have to stab the snakes,
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
scared.
prefer to
I'm
conserve some
terrified.
ammo.
Yeah, I might be a pussy, Pops, but I ain't gonna get thrown out of the army. Because we all know that's what really happened to you, prick. Ta-da! Mom was like Leanne. She hated guns and fighting and wars. How the hell did they both
Alright,
end
now
up
there's a
soldiers?
very well hidden trap, so I'm just gonna walk so I actually see it. There we go. Just mashing the use key so I have a chance of seeing it, or not walking into it and dying instantly. This is a fantastic checkpoint right here, by the way. There was one, and there's another. Safe balancing at its finest. And very dangerous water trap. They just flood up out of the tunnel. It's that part. You don't even have to run through there to avoid damage. Please, thank you. Also, it's actually really important that I don't die during this chapter, which is why I'm playing very carefully. Because if I die, the enemies will stop dropping ammo. And I really need to have some ammo.
She must have been real impressed with those hippies so let them brainwash her like that. She's screwing them. I know she is. Screwing around, taking 2 or 3 on at a time. Just like the whores in Saigon. Cheap little hippie slut. Fuck her.
Yep. Alright, and now there's another very well hidden trap that I'd rather not walk into. Yep, could not see that one at all. Oh, well, you can't go out of bounds in a tunnel, you can still see out of bounds fairly easily. Oh, hello. Seems normal. Go left and there's a room.
They're all dead. Looks like some kind of wild animal killed them.
I know there's a trap in here. There. Could you tell that is a trap if you are just looking ahead of what's in front of you? That's the kind of fun game design I like. Alright.
Fucking gooks.
Boss fight time. I'm not actually gonna fight the boss, but technically this is a boss fight. Jump down the toilet, and I can still jump. I don't know what the camera angle is, what it is, but I was definitely in control there. Hey boss. See ya. Okay, this section is really difficult if you don't have any ammo left, which is probably what would happen to most people when playing this casually. Because you would die at some point. And you would end up having to stab all these people.
You go.
Alright, one more very dangerous trap, I believe. There we go. And checkpoint is of course right after it, because fair and balanced game design.
Wow.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I almost had to sneeze.
I think this trap is also quite a mean one. So you shoot this guy, and his body falls almost over it. And you can basically just drag his body with you, so you can't see the trap at all.
Down you go.
Hold on, what is next? A grenade. Okay, really gotta refer to my notes. Grenades are not actually one-hit kills, but I'd still rather not take damage from them. So I think we're pretty much in the clear right now. This is the final checkpoint of this map. And then we just have the final mission left. And we are done.
You wanna kill me, huh? Do ya?
Alright, only one trap left, and that's a water trap, which is completely harmless. Let's just walk through this one. Oh no! My head never went underwater. Okay, final level. There's a decently lengthy boss fight at the end. Boss, quote-unquote boss fight. The main bad guy is there. But he doesn't really differ from any other enemy. And there's a whole bunch of enemies. Also, this level doesn't have any noteworthy traps in it, so it's actually really safe to just
How many of them
run
are
into
there?
tunnels, finally. I'll just not fight you because you are dangerous. Ooh, I actually took a ton of damage there. I'd like to have every medkit possible for the final fight. It's kinda not difficult, but you can still take a ton of damage. Oh yeah, you also you also take ears from your dead enemies, and that gives you more HP.
Blackwood, this is Alpha AVN. We're out of the tunnels. Encountered some resistance, secured some strategic documents, and placed C4 charges on our way out. In a few minutes, the tunnel system will be history. LZ clear for landing now. Over.
We reach Alpha. Bullfrog 1 is on its way to pick you up. We don't know when to...
How about that chopper, Blackwood?
ETA 2 minutes.
Finally, my buddies are blowing up the tunnel system while I'm still in them.
Thought I'd never breathe fresh air again. Gotta catch up with the others.
Alright, we're approaching the final sequence of the game. There's a friendly chopper right behind this hill. Oh, that grenade just... Well, it blew up. Was invisible, but it still blew up, that's fine.
No, 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 no! Wait for me! Come back here! You assholes! Wait for me! Fuck!
Oh, and there's the final boss. Also, whoever's on time, this is probably gonna take like a minute or two still. But the time ends soon after the main character says something. It's a random line, which he says after I kill the final enemy. And to do that, I'm gonna use the flamethrower because it's the only decent weapon in the game. Because it one-shots everything. Okay, can I have some more medkits? Also, the flamethrower effect sometimes just gets stuck mid-air and stays there permanently, which is fun. So the enemies spawn out of nowhere, and it's impossible to try to locate them based on the sound because the sound design is absolute crap. Should be pretty close. Hello? I know there's still someone alive. Need... Hello? Where are you, dude? I think this is the last guy. So time is after, probably soon after I kill him. When a cutscene begins. There you are.
You wanna kill me, huh? Do ya?
Postman 1 approaching.
Oh no! I forgot to light myself on fire at the end there. Not that it matters, my friendlies killed me anyway. But because if I light myself on fire, you still get the damage sound effect in this moment. And that's wonderful. And that's Tunnel Rats. Inspired by the film of Uwe Boll. And I don't know what the time is, but I'm pretty sure that's the record, because getting this game to run on anything is practically impossible. And the only other full game run that's ever been done was by me at ESA 2014, I think. And back then the game was running at 16 FPS, and it took a long time to beat the game. This one was probably faster, I would hope. And now this record will stand for the next eternity, because I'm sure no one else can get this game to run on any system ever. Oh yeah, there's Xbox 360 programmer. This game never came out on 360. And it's only available on Steam for 20 bucks if you want to play it. It never goes on sale, and there are probably better ways to spend 20 bucks, like this marathon. But that's Tunnel Rats. Hope you get something out of that. It's certainly a piece of history right there.